Today we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Lobos offense takes the field to start this game off. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And the Lobos come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Dances away. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. Looking to throw on 1st down. Back open in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. The Lobos will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Huskies offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well.
Holds it in down the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
What a throw on 1st down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Judovsky. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He's got him this time.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Now they'll run it to the right here. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Sampson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. To the air on first down. Under fire. And to get rid of it quickly. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's complete to the left.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Lobos will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Got his man in the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Judovsky. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Complete in the middle. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Under fire. He's inside the 15. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The big fellas line up in a goal line defense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. This defense has given up ground, but stood tall at the end. Forced a field goal last time. They'll try to do it again. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. The official says no good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Lobos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. past the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Out of the gun, the inside give. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Throws to the tight end. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. And the Lobos will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Judovsky. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Huskies are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub, they want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Rides the back and leaves it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Northern Illinois putting together a threat in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. It is good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's
just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's a really Good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Lobos will punt this one away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Scanning the field, it's Judowski. Setting up the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Huskies line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure. It's a first down. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Working that wide receiver screen.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Right on target this time. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. It's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw again. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Lobos will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man. It's Judovsky. Fires to the tight end. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds in the first half. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Quickly out to the tight end. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 4th down, going to the air. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Pass interference, defense.
That pass interference call will give us one more untimed down in the half. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It's good. That'll pull them back to within 6. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like you've got a great atmosphere today in Albuquerque. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at University Stadium.
Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Judovsky. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. A quick pass to the left. They They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun, running back on the move. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Lobos are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Off the RPO, complete. At the 45, on its way. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He'll pull it down and run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. The lead is down to a field goal.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a... There he goes! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll go to the ground. Some really tough running there gets him to the 45-yard line. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. On the move at the 30. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it after 14. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. The Huskies are flying down the field. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area, because of his speed and his size. He's a nice target right there on the post. You see him. It's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Lobos line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. He leaves it with his back. Runs through a tackle. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Direct snap. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Got room to work. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Lobos come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Now the pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Taking it the other way. The 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll try the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Lobos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. They boot it away on 4th down. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. We've reached a break. Northern Illinois holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Back to throw, it's Judowski. Quick completion on the out. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Just keeps slinging it. Working that left side now. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on second down. Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes again. And this one splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. Pucks it out of the air. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Lobos in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he has to throw for it. It's caught. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Red pass is complete. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man, it's Judovsky. Throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Using his legs, it's Mansell. 1st down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run it. Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Spirited matchup with ramifications inside CUSA today, guys. Here's how it finished up. Western Kentucky was far from the friendly confines of Bowling Green, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. One game, I know, fellas, but it could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in CUSA.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't